What is up, YouTube? JankyYGO here. My name is Michael. Today we have a bunch of new cards from Chaos Impact to go over, so we're just gonna jump right into it. The first card is Prolene, the Burning Asteroid. Prolene, the Burning Asteroid is a level 8 fire machine effect monster with 2800 attack, 2000 defense, with an effect that reads: when this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster in the main monster zone by battle, you can discard one card. This card can make one more attack in a row. Also, the zone that monster was in cannot be used until the end of the next turn. So, you attack, ditch a card, get attack again, and then they don't have two zones. It doesn't have a way to summon itself, and it doesn't really appear to be like in an archetype, unless like Asteroid is a archetype, but I don't think so. I think it's just one of those generic cards coming out that won't see like any play. Next card is Bringle or Bringle, probably Bringle, like brine, which is a level 7 water sea serpent effect monster. 1000 attack, 2600 defense. You can only use this card's name's first and second effects once per turn. First effect is if this card is normal or special summon, you can target one water monster in your graveyard. This card gains attack equal to the target's attack. And second effect is if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one water monster you control, and it gains 1000 attack until the end of the turn. This is more or less one of those cards that they just kind of throw in the set. It seems like a filler card that, you know, one of those filler cards that aren't gonna see any play and just kind of filling out the rest of the set. Next up, we have Bayonetta, the Magical Scope, level 1 dark zombie effect monster, 500 attack, 0 defense. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 1000 attack for each monster your opponent controls. Another card that's like not very good. It doesn't do enough, in my opinion. Yeah, moving on. We're just gonna start. I might just start going through these a little bit faster, just so that we can, save some time since we have a lot of cards. Next up is Mikhael, level 3 Dark Fiend effect monster, 0 attack, 0 defense. You can only use this card's name effect once per turn. During your main phase, you can excavate the top card of your deck. If it's a monster, special summon it, and if you do, place this card on the bottom of your deck. Otherwise, or if you cannot special summon, you place that card on the bottom of the deck. Place the monster special summon by this effect on the deck at the end of the turn, so it gets a free monster. You can get a free monster, and you replace this, or you just get nothing. I don't know, it's one of those risky cards. It's like you either get a free monster or you don't get a free monster. It's one of those cards that are too slow. It doesn't do enough, and it's too reliant on a gimmick and a luck. The old Convulsion of Nature Troll deck would probably play it, but other than that, anyway, we got Bang Prolene, which is a freaking play on trampoline and bomb. So, it's a continuous trap card. Activated by selecting one unoccupied monster zone. An effect monster is special summoned to the selected zone. Return both the monster in that zone and this card to the hand. You could shut out your opponent's extra deck with this card. You go like, assuming they don't have a way to get rid of it. And even if they do, most of the time it'll be the extra. It'll be like a card from the extra deck. So they summon it, you just bounce it. I mean, it's not a very good card. It's not good enough, but you probably do some like annoying cheese stuff with it. Next thing is Soul Levy, continuous trap card. You can only control one Soul Levy. its second effect is each time your opponent special summons a monster, send the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. So you're trying to mill them out. If you control multiple of them, you might be able to, just mill them out. But assuming they don't kill you, it not a very good card either. Anyway, next up is Spiritual Energy Entanglement. Normal spell card, you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, banish it into the end phase. Okay. It's 1-for-1 removal. You can possibly, at best, get rid of like a problematic card until the end phase to OTK your opponent. But at the end of the day, most OTK decks have a way to get rid of problem cards so that they can push for game. Most good OTK decks. Old Mine is the next card we're going to talk about, which is a normal spell card. You can only activate 1 of this card's name per turn. Reveal 1 card from your opponent's hand and apply the following effects. Discard both the revealed card from your hand, and that is the same card type, spell, monster, spell, or trap. Then add this card from the field to your opponent's hand. Also, you draw 1 card, or you lose 1,000 life points. And then you lose 1,000. Okay, so what this does is you reveal a card. You look at a random card in your opponent's hand, and you have to discard 1 of the same type. You draw a card, and then you give him Old Mind and lose 1,000. That's an interesting card. I don't know if it'll. I don't think it'll see play, but it's really funny. It reminds me of back in the day when you get like Delinquent Duo and stuff like that, where you freaking get to pitch cards from your opponent's hand before they deemed those cards too powerful. Next is Hitoroboshi, level 1 Earth Fairy, 100 attack, 100 defense. Cannot be normal summoned or special summoned if you control any monsters. First effect is you can special summon this card from your hand or in attack position. And second, if another monster is summoned to the field, destroy this card. I mean, it's a level 1. Nothing else, you can special summon it so it doesn't eat up your normal summon. And then you can link away for Link Revo and then go from there. Anyway, next card is Crusher Return, continuous trap card. You only use each effect of this card's name per turn, once per turn. First effect. A face-up Earth Machine monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect. You can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Second, banish this card from your graveyard. Set 1 Outrigger extension or spin turn from your deck to your hand. I believe this is from the support from the Infinitrack deck, the ones from what was the set? Anyway, it was a set where the Witchcrafters came out. Is they had a machine deck as well and Evil Eyes, and I think this is a support card for that deck. Anyway, next card we're going to talk about we got some new Mikhael support. So, which is Spiral Dragon Bugle, which is a dark level 8 Dark Dragon effect monster, 2500 attack, 2500 defense. If this card is in your hand, and you control 2 or more light or dark dragons, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position, but banish when it leaves the field. During your main phase, you can make all levels of all monsters you control 8 until the end of this turn. It can special summon itself. That's pretty good. You can make them all 8, and then you can overlay it to mitigate the downside of the banish when it leaves the field. If you want it, like, so it's okay. I guess it goes in Chaos Dragons, Neat, or whatever Mikhael is. Anyway, next card, Tachyon Galaxy support. Tachyon Galaxy Spiral, which is a normal trap card. You can target one. You can only activate one card of this name per turn. If you control a Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Dragon monster, you can activate this card from your hand. One Galaxy Dragon monster you control till the end of this turn cannot be destroyed by battle and is unaffected by other card effects. So the point of this card is to just be like, nah, I'm living. I gotta keep my dragon. I gotta keep my monster. It's gonna stay on the thing, and it can prevent OTKs. That's pretty neat. Next up, I wonder if this might make the cut. Probably not for the Galaxy deck. The Galaxy deck is mainly an OTK deck, but so probably not. But anyway, Infinitracks. That was the name of it. Is Infinitrack. Brutal Dozer. So Infinitrack Brutal Dozer is a level 5 Earth Machine with 1900 attack, 2100 defense. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect is you contribute one Earth monster. Special summon this card from your hand. All of them have that. All the level 5 or higher in this deck have that effect. Second, if this card is special summoned from your hand, you can special summon one Infinitrack monster from your deck in face-up defense position, except for itself, but its effects negated, and you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Earth Machine monsters. Okay, so this is basically an instant, like, make an XCs and go from there, which is really good for the deck. You can normal summon, like, any Earth Machine monster. Get your freaking... There's one that searches, too. Like, there's a Earth Machine monster that searches. I know there's a Geargia that does it for 500, and I'm not sure if there's, like, an Infinitrax monster with 500 attack or defense. Not... off the top of my head, I don't know that for sure, but I do know that you can summon any Earth Machine monster, possibly get an effect, and then tribute for this. And then if you do that, you can go right into an XDs and just go from there and potentially like start doing combos. And it's probably like one of your combo starters. That's a pretty good card for the deck. Next up, we have some Evil Eye support called Evil Eye of Gorgon. Evil Eye of Gorgon is an equipped spell card. You can only equip to an Evil Eye monster and only activate a card with this card's name once per turn, and you can only use its third effect of this card's name once per turn as well. So, its first effect, if this card's name becomes Evil Eye of Selene while it is in the spell and trap card zone, that is good. You need more cards like that for this deck, because the whole deck revolves around Evil Eye of Selene. I was hoping when I saw that, they make more of cards as like, does this. But it's good to see that this card is a step in the right direction. Anyway, second effect. If your life points are lower than your opponent's, the equipped monster's attack gains equal to the difference. Okay, so you're losing really hard. Bam, play this. Now you're freaking can one-shot them. Or at least get over a really big monster. Third effect. You can banish this card from your graveyard and discard one Evil Eye card. Add one Evil Eye spell or trap card from your deck to your hand, except for itself. That is really good for this deck. This deck is a stun deck, so you can get like any trap card to like slow down your opponent. You can also just get you can get the field spell. You can get the Evil Eye of Selene if you need an Evil Eye of Selene itself, which is pretty good. You just have to get rid of another Evil Eye card, which is like the biggest downside, because most of the time I don't really want to be doing that. But I don't remember what all. If I remember correctly, almost all the Evil Eyes have like good graveyard support or good graveyard effects, or care about being in the graveyard anyway. So I guess discarding isn't really a downside. Anyway, this card is good for the deck. It's like a step in the right direction for sure. I think Evil Eyes need more of, this card is treated as Evil Eye, Selene, while it's in the spell and trap card zone. Alright. Last but not least, we have the Dino Wrestlers. So the last Dino Wrestlers have been revealed. So the first one is Marshall Ampelio, which is a level 1 Earth Dinosaur effect monster with 600 attack, 0 defense. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. During damage calculation, when another dinosaur wrestler monster you control battles a monster with equal or higher attack than its own, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Your monster is not destroyed by battle. Also have any battle damage you would take from the battle. Second effect is when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can banish this card from your graveyard to add 1 dinosaur wrestler from your deck to your hand, except for itself. Okay, so this isn't bad in terms of the graveyard effect. The problem is that it does suck that you have to wait to an attack. However, they attack you, damage cal, save your monster. If they attack again, because it says from this battle, banish, get a surge. Hopefully that'll be enough to stop the OTK. And if it's not, that's unfortunate. But it could be worse. Like I've definitely seen worse cards. And Dino Wrestlers aren't the greatest deck in the world anyway. So it seems fine for the deck. It seems like it's probably like, I know that Pankratops is the best card in the deck. This one is probably like up there as well. Anyway, Dinosaur Wrestler Phalanx, level 3 Earth Dinosaur effect monster, 1600 attack, 0 defense. If your opponent controls more monsters than you special summon this card from your hand. If you control a Link 3 or higher Dino Wrestler monster, face-up monsters you control are unaffected by the effects of your opponent's Link 3 or lower monsters. Alright, that's not bad. Making your monsters unaffected by Link 3 or lower is pretty good, actually. Even if, Link 2s are obviously like the kind of generic stepping stone there can be, and I know that like a lot of decks will usually like do the whole link up thing, and when they do link up, they might go from like 2, use an effect up 2, and then go like 3 onto 3, and then go from there, use an effect maybe from 3 and go higher, depending on, of course, like what they're doing here, what they're doing there. Depends on the deck itself, but making your monsters immune from that can be potentially pretty good and helps out this deck a lot. But anyway, that's it for the day. I've rambled on long enough. If it is your birthday today, happy birthday. If you want to send us any deck profiles or replays, we'll feature them on the channel. Our email is in the description as always, and of course, have a wonderful day.